right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment claiming.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Jacksonville Jaguars
at their own 28-yard line.
On first down, Stafford here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Switch.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Let's get off the field. Hey, check right 50. Mike is a 50. Check right 50. I got it.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big game, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Lady. Let's go, D. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Real right. 22.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
I'm coming. 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll run it with Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Front side, defense. Max 50, Max 50.
To throw is Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Big 20. Check 50. Big 20. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, exit.
Now Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 15 Lions. 15 Lions. Get it.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, Haywood. Check right 40. Check right 40. I don't even know why.
On second down now, it's Brown. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Showing it. Showing
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, foxtrot. Foxtrot. Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
90, Wolf.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Shift.
You're out. Let's go.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars nothing.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
You go to middle.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the end zone, Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Check.
Hey, team 6.
To throw from his end zone, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here we go, kid.
Alpha.
Turkey's the mark. We got it.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Monday.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Alert!
To throw again, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Say red!
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
First down, Lions.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Check 4, check 4. Check 24, check 24. Easy, alert.
Johnson on the counter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Hey, 22! 58,
right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, Orbit!
58, boy, 58.
Look at him!
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, but some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Meanwhile, over in Houston, and it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Stay with your man. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike.
Throwing again. Stafford. And that is incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Check on the right. There's 5-0.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. It got his man complete. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Stafford on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Stafford looks to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So they'll come up after the incompletion for a second down. Again, it's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And they're not able to convert on fourth down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on second and long. Minshew, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off play action, it's Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Steps away to his left. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Able to push his way through. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 47.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Minshew sets to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Lions, first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
32.
Stafford now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Go!
On 3rd down, Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points there gets them a bit closer, but you can bet there's probably some guys on that sideline, Charles, thinking we deserve a better play.
No doubt, Brandon. Those 2 misses earlier kind of hanging over them right about now. In a tight one like this, if those are makes, then obviously this is a completely different game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
10-2 stop.
Silver.
Get up.
Minshew throwing on third down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hey, watch this.
Here's Johnson. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Right, 22.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Set. 250.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, check 24.
Like 7.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
40 got. 40 got. 50.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 28-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
We got 4. We got 4.
New Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
22.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, it's Johnson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Red. Hey, Haywood.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them.
Let's go,
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
We go set, lady. Get that quarterback and all. Check.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Ready. Blue 60. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.